Hello, this is Brio, high-low peplum top sewing pattern for girls and toddlers by Briosa Patterns. This design is made for knit fabrics that stretch in 4 directions and that have at least 30% stretch. The sleeve options are long and short sleeve with hem ruffles. The peplum has a high-low design with the hem ruffle. The neckline is made with a keyhole and lace neck binding. The sizes are 12 months to 7 years. Open the file with Adobe Acrobat. In this file you will find all the information that you need for this project. Scroll down to the pattern pieces. Select the size or the sizes that you need. Set your printer to 100% or actual size and print only the pattern pieces. First print only the first page and check if you printed correctly. Proceed with assembling the pattern by following the big numbers and the small numbers in the circles. In this file you will find all the pattern pieces that you need for this project. No cutting charts needed. Place and pin the main pattern pieces and the neckline pieces and the ruffles. Cut with another complementary fabric. Please note that the short and the long sleeve have different pattern pieces for the hem ruffles. Press the keyhole binding with your steam iron, as you see here in the video. The right side is facing downwards. Do the same with the lace neck binding. Place the keyhole binding on the wrong side of the keyhole. Stitch inside the crease and match the center of the binding with the center of the keyhole. Stitch through the end. Now fold the crease of the binding. On the right side, pin and baste, covering the stitching that you made by 1 mm. In this way, the wrong side will be nicely finished too. Now stitch near the edge. On the right side, I am using this scrap piece of fabric to balance the presser foot. And here is the result. Now place the center of the lace binding on the center front, right side of the binding and wrong side of the bodice. Match the keyhole notches on the binding, on the keyhole endings of the bodice, and start stitching inside the crease, starting from one keyhole ending. Stitch through the other keyhole ending, pull the binding slightly, what is needed, and keep stitching inside the crease. Backstitch on the keyhole, fold the crease, pin and baste on the right side, covering the stitching with the crease by 1 or 2 millimeters. Stitch the endings of the lace binding. You can also skip this part because knit fabrics don't fray. Now start stitching on one ending. While stitching, fold the crease with your fingers. You can also prepare this by pinning all around. Stitch near the edge. And finish on the other end. And here is the result. Now proceed with gathering the sleeve hem ruffles. Pin the ruffle on the sleeve, right sides touching, and stitch inside the gathering stitch. Top stitch on the sleeve. Now pin the sleeves on the bodice, right sides touching. Match the shoulder seam with the sleeve notch. Now stitch the sleeve on the bodice. Now pin the side seams, right sides touching. And close the side seam with your overlocker or another stretch stitch. Now pin the front and the back peplum, right sides touching. Stitch the side seams and gather the top part of the peplum, starting 1 inch from the edge. Pin the peplum on the bodice. Please note that the shorter part of the high-low peplum is on the front. So match the center fronts, the center backs and the stitchings. Now stitch the peplum on the bodice. Now join the 4 hem ruffle pieces. Pin and stitch them. Now proceed with gathering the ruffle and pinning it on the peplum. Use the 4 stitchings as notches. Match them on center front, on the center back and on the stitching of the peplum. Proceed with stitching the ruffle on the peplum. Top stitch on the peplum. And your project is finished.